Sheesh, guys, did you guys see this chocolate beauty I have in my chair? Oh my god, I'm so excited to do her makeup. And yeah, so welcome back to my channel for another glam slam video. So first, I'm gonna start out. I'm a girl to do my eyebrows first. I'm gonna start out with her eyebrows. I didn't show me filling them in, but I used MAC's eyebrow pencil in the color stud, and I really like that. So that's a newbie that I have in my kit. So that's what I use to fill in her eyebrows. I am using, what concealer am I using? Fawn to sculpt out her eyebrows and blend it out, okay? Next, I'm using my Revolution Banana setting powder and I'm setting her lids really lightly, not a lot of setting powder, just really light, just setting the concealer in place. So we're going for a smoky eye, guys, okay? So I'm going to start out and I'm going to do her brow bone color first. I'm using a soft champagne looking color on her brow, so it's really soft. It's not like too beaming, okay? So that's what I'm using. That's what I'm starting out with. And I'm using the eyeshadow palette by Smashbox, and it's the Full Explosion palette. Next up, I am using my Juvia's Place palette. What the hell palette is this? I don't know, it'd be listed down below. I can't think right now. So this is brand new and I wanted to use it on myself first. However, I'm using it on my client first. So I'm using this like pinkish, reddish, magenta. I don't know what kind of color it is for her transition color. I like reds and pinks and stuff like that to transition into a black smoky eye. I think it looks amazing to me. Then I'm going to use my NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in the color Black Bean. And I'm going to use that as an eyeshadow base because it's going to make the blackest lid you could possibly ever make, okay? So I like to use this as a base. It's going to allow the black eyeshadow. It's going to have the black eyeshadow have something to adhere to. So I'm going to take my Anastasia Beverly Hills Sultry palette, and this is in the color New York. Like, this is the blackest black I've ever freaking seen. Okay, it's really black. On top of the black base, it creates a really, really black smoky eye. You see, I kind of split the screen up a little bit. Let me know if you guys liking this video setup that I got going on. I'm learning new things. So, yeah, it keeps it really short and sweet. You definitely do not want to do your foundation first with black eyeshadow. Did you see how it comes and it's a lot of fallout all on your face and you mess your eyeshadow up? So don't do that if you're using black eyeshadow. Do your eyes first. Next, I'm carving out the ends of her, just making it really sharp and precise and nice and clean before I apply my foundation. Using the e.l.f. Daily Hydration Moisturizer on her skin for a moisturizer first. And then I'm going to use the Becca Primer, Ever Matte Poreless Primer. She's oily, so I'm going to use that to mattify her face. And it's also a primer. It's really, really bomb. You guys know I really like that primer right there. So, yeah, that's what I'm doing. Next is her foundation. I mixed a few foundations together, y'all, to get her color. I like to mix foundations. It just, I don't know, and I start at the chin so it can so I can really see if it blends with her neck. I really like to make sure their foundation blends with the neck, okay? Nobody want to look like Jim Carrey from the Mask. We want to freaking match. And I'm using the Instapop Real Techniques brush to buff out her foundation. It is so bomb. Shout out to Kiki Adams. Okay, she is amazeballs with that. Next up is my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. Look at this little baby size. I had to get it. It was so little. It was cheap. I didn't want to buy the other one, okay? Sometimes I'm cheap. So it's in the color Deep. I really like it. It blends on, it goes well with her skin type as well as my skin type. I really like it. So that's what I'm using as her concealer on her face, guys. So to add a little brightness to her face, I took LA Girl's Pro Concealer in the color Natural to put underneath her eyes to create a little more brightness. I started out using the Black Radiance concealer stick and the Espresso, but it just wasn't working out. So I used something. What is this? Espresso is what I end up using, and something Bean is what I started out using, but it wasn't dark enough for me. I don't know. Everything will be listed down below. I'm not near my stuff, so yeah, I'm probably gonna, I don't remember which one it was. But I'm using a Real Techniques brush to buff out her concealer all over her face. I really like using this and use like a tapping motion, kind of just blend it in, blend it out, blend it down so it can blend up into the contour. The contour and the highlight need to meet in the middle and kind of like fade together so it doesn't look like you see where it starts and stop, if that makes any sense. The jawline, I like to blend it down, and then I blend around the perimeter of her head back up into her hairline. So that's basically what I'm doing. You guys just can watch what I'm doing. I'm taking the excess concealer that I had on that brush and putting it underneath her contour to carve out her jawline, to make sure her face is snatched, honey. And I'm using the same concealer on her nose to snatch her nose in. Okay, y'all? Okay. On the left side, I'm still blending out the concealer. On the right side I'm using Sasha Buttercup to set up underneath her eyes, guys. I did purchase the Sasha Buttercup, and I must say I really, truly, honestly like it. It really sets, it's really nice. I really like it. I still use my Revolution, but you know, you gotta have a few options, and I wanted to see what all the hype was about. I ain't even gonna hold you up, but I do like it. It actually came in the mail really, really fast. Like, I didn't know it was gonna come so quick, but it came in the mail fast. I love it. So that's what I'm using to set her concealer on her face. We're gonna bake a little bit, just a teensy bit, and yeah. So if you watched my last video, you know how I feel about this freaking palette right here by Black Radiance. This is the dark to deep palette that I talked about in my last haul. And I just was like itching like on a dope thing, itching for crack to use this palette. So I used the dark to deep, and I used the Sculpt color to bronze up her face and set her contour, and I just freaking love it. Like, these contour palettes, like, I have not came across a good one, especially inexpensive like these. Like, it's just, I don't know, I just really like it. And I really like my Wet n Wild contour brush when I'm using it, because it's at an angle. It's really nice. The bristles are soft, and that brush is only a freaking $1. So I am carving out her nose. I mean, setting her nose, blending it out. Now this one, first I blended out with a Real Techniques brush. This brush was clean, and I'm using it to further blend out the nose. And now I'm taking the Instapop brush, the same brush I used to apply her foundation, and I'm using that to set everything all together. And I'm using MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in the color Deep, and I'm using this, and I'm kind of like sweeping away the dust, but kind of like pressing it into the skin as well, and setting everything all together. So that's basically what I'm doing right now. after we set everything all together, I also spray her face with the Milani setting spray in the matte kind. Next up is this highlighting palette by Black Radiance. I talked about it in my last haul. I'm using Paradise, and I'm just giving her a nice subtle glow. Nothing too beaming, just, you know, giving her a cute little glow. Put it on her cheekbones, you know, all the places that you want to freaking glow. It was nice and subtle. I used a big fan brush, and I think this makeup look came out so freaking pretty and so nice. The color Cyborg in the Anastasia Beverly Hills Sultry palette for her inner tear duct color. I also went ahead and smoked out her bottom lash line, and also used that same color in the Juvia's Place palette to the pinkish magenta looking color to fade out everything so everything flows together. Now we're going to go to our lips, our favorite lippy, which is the Ruby Kisses lip liner in the color Brunette. I really like that. Next up is a Black Radiance lip pencil that I talked about in my last haul. It's really freaking pretty. It's in the color, it's called First Lady. It's a HD lip sculptor. I don't know, but it's really pretty. I really like it. It's very sexy and subtle and nice. Not too nude, not too, I don't know, it's just right. It's just right. I did go ahead and take a pinky nude, popped it in the center just to brighten it up a little bit, give it like an ombre effect. And voila, we have the finished look. Thank you guys so much for tuning in for another Glam Slam video. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the notification bell, because it's only going to notify you when I upload a video.